So you've been making music for a while, and at this point in your journey, at this point in your career, you're ready to work with those major labels, you're ready to work with those industry producers, you're ready to work with those big name artists, but they're just not giving you the time of day. Now you're putting in that extra effort by emailing them, you're DMing them. Anytime you upload new content on Instagram, videos, music, you're tagging them in hopes to get on their radar. But nothing seems to be working. Now, I'm not trying to be dramatic or clickbaity, but what I'm about to reveal to you in this video might make you question everything you've been doing. It might change your life, maybe both. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Adam Ivy, AdamIvy.com. As always, I appreciate you joining me yet again for another video. All right, so as I mentioned in the intro of this video, you've been making music for a while. You might be a singer-songwriter, a rapper, producer, beat maker, musician, and you're just not getting that traction when it comes to networking and making connections in the music industry. You want to work with those big-name artists. You want to work with those industry producers. You want to get a deal, let's face it. But at the end of the day, all your efforts, all these little seeds that you're trying to plant, they're just not growing. You're going nowhere. Now, as funny as it is, I've actually never done a video on this topic specifically on this channel before. Now, I'm positive, I'm willing to bet money that you've probably searched YouTube, watched one of the other guys try to tell you tips and tricks on how to reach out to artists directly, how to reach out to the industry producers directly, how to get signed and all that good stuff, how to get on their radar. And you might have had limited success, but most likely the tips and tactics haven't worked because half of the guys teaching it have no success in their real life. That's a whole different story. I've been reluctant to make this video because it's something that I'm afraid to let loose on. You know me, I kind of let it all out there, and that's why you guys subscribe, and I appreciate it, but hopefully you don't hate me after this video. All right, so real quick, I gotta share something with you guys, I guess, from my personal life. Now, on a day-to-day basis, I receive a ton of DMs, a ton of emails, and a ton of just correspondence and inquiries through the website and all that good stuff from all walks of life, wanting to take their music to the next level. I'm talking a 14-year-old from Finland, this is a true story, that is an aspiring songwriter, what's up? And a guy who's in his 60s who's been a metal guitarist since the genre took off, 70s or 80s or whatever. Now, I have everybody in between that gradient. Now, just imagine a 14-year-old from Finland, a guy in his 60s from Arizona who's a metal guitarist. Everything in between. I'm talking rappers, opera singers, and it just makes this job, it makes this passion of mine, it makes what I'm doing so worthwhile because it's never a dull moment. Now, I put different questions into buckets, and what I mean by that is the guy who's 16 living at his parents' house might have a question for me. The guy who's 37 and he's been an accountant for 10 years might have a question, and they really meld into one, and that goes into a bucket. That's why I make videos like this. This video really ties into two main groups. One group being the artist, the songwriter, the singer, rapper, and then the production side of things, the producer, the engineer, the beat maker, the musician. But it's really the same question, right? You want to know how you can network and get right to the main guy. You want to get to those big artists, whether you get a feature on your project or you want them to listen to your music so you can get signed. You want, the major industry producer to take you under their wing and take you to the top with them because, let's face it, your music is awesome. But with this video, I really need to start off by asking you a question. Now, I know it's a little bit unorthodox. I don't do this a whole lot besides leaving comments in the comments below, which I suggest you do. But I want to put some perspective into play here. All right, so answer me this. Let's say that you've worked for a company for 10 years, maybe 15 years. You started in an entry-level position, ground floor, and over the years, busting your ass, not missing work, really taking it seriously, you've gotten those raises, you've gotten those promotions to the point where you're at now. You have a managerial position, you're a directorial position, maybe you're an executive, and one day, when you're just going through the motions of your job that you take very seriously and you're very proud of, your boss, the big boss, the owner, comes up to you and says, hey, this kid's worked here 3 months. Now, we see some potential in him, and we're actually going to give him your job. We're going to promote him to the same position. We'll let you do your thing. We'll let you keep doing your thing, but we're going to get him the same amount of money, and he probably is going to replace you. Now, how would you feel about that? Just put yourself in that position. You've worked all these years. You put into blood, sweat, and tears, and somebody who's relatively new to the business, he doesn't know shit about it. He's only been here 3-6 months. He's pretty cocky, though. He thinks he could do your job for you. He thinks that he's as good as you are. Now, that's what half of you motherfuckers are doing when it comes to the music industry because you're not patient and you're entitled. Wait, hold on, guys. Don't go anywhere. Don't click off the video. Don't dislike the video. I just needed to get your attention, which I hopefully have now. Now, one thing that I see a lot of creators suffering from is something I call unintentional entitlement. Now, entitlement will ruin your music career before it ever starts. Now, you might be able to tell on camera, but I can physically feel it that my energy has changed when I talk about this subject. This is why I don't really typically talk about it. What I mean by unintentionally entitled is people that put in a little bit of work and expect a whole lot of reward. It's like these people that expect an 8th 8th place trophy. As music creators, we put in a ton of work. We put in a ton of blood, sweat, and tears into what we do, whether that be the creation, whether that be the marketing and business side of things, the writing of songs, the mixing, the composing, everything that's involved in a room like this. And we want some validation. We want the world to acknowledge us. We want the world to say, you are good enough. You belong with the big boys. We have our friends and family who might say, your music is great, you're going to blow up, you're going to be the next big thing. But the deadly thing is to start believing that. To start believing that your 6 months of work or your 3 years of work equate to somebody who's been doing it 20 years. Success and achievement are earned. They're not gifted. So you want to work with and collaborate with major artists, maybe industry producers. You want to work with the labels and the writing camps. Nobody fucking cares. You're going to have to take the stairs like the rest of us, like the rest of them. Because the people that make the decisions, the people that are going to put you on, very seldomly are the artists themselves. Put yourself in this scenario. Let's say that you're a college quarterback and you're trying to get to the NFL. Are you going to sit around and email NFL quarterbacks? Are you going to sit around and DM them on Instagram? Hey, Aaron Rodgers, I play D2 football. Like he's going to take time to read through that. You got to be impressing the NFL scouts. You got to be working on your skills for the combine. You got to be making sure your statistics, like the analytics video, are on point. You need to impress the coaches. And by the coaches, I mean A&R. They're literally scouts that come out to shows and scour the internet for what's buzzing. If you spend all your time trying to get the attention of the people that don't matter, now I'm not saying they don't matter in like a broad sense, but in the matter of your success, what does Drake have to do with your success? What does Chris Brown or T-Pain or any artist, what do they have to do with your success? If anything, you have to focus on the buzz, focus on your brand, focus on your business, focus on your marketing to build that buzz to be discovered. It doesn't work the other way around a whole lot of times. Now, it's been brought to my attention by you guys in the comment section below my recent videos that some of my recent videos are a little long-winded. They could be a lot shorter than they were, and I apologize for that. Something that I'm working on. It's a craft, actually getting all the information in a short amount of time, and I'm doing that right now. Anyway, I'm not trying to scold you guys. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm not trying to be, if anything, I'm trying to be your bigger brother and trying to help you and help you see the way of the world through my eyes. And that is, you don't need the traditional music industry. You don't need the labels. You don't need the major artists to put you on. You can put yourself on. That's why I have this channel. I put myself on. I make an income. I make a living doing what I love to do. I can be creative and pay for the house and the car and have money to travel and all that stuff. And that's not me being boisterous or braggadocious or anything like that. It's just my life. That's my life. I want that to be your life too. Now, I don't have a whole lot of spare rooms in the house, so you can't move in with me, but I'm trying to get you your own house through these videos and through the knowledge and through the inspiration and showing you what's possible through music. I don't need to be co-signed by Drake or Sonny Digital or any of these guys, even though I look up to them. I think they're incredible talents. Spend your time on your craft, not begging somebody for attention. You get what I'm saying? Now, obviously, you want to make your way to the point where you're able to work with these people, but that's on you. Building a brand, building a business, marketing yourself to get to that level where all of a sudden they notice you. How many features have your major artists got on by somebody who just built hype organically on YouTube or Instagram? It happens all the time. Side note, there's Instagrammers that are getting paid $60,000 per post by major brands. That could be you through music. Think about this, guys. You could make more money in a year than a lawyer, than a doctor. Now, I know you're probably rolling your eyes because you're held back by those self-limiting beliefs, but we're going to talk about that in a different video. But think about this. A lawyer has to go to school for a minimum of 8 years before they can even start practicing law legally. A doctor has to go to school for 6, 8, 10 years before they're able to practice medicine legally. We're able to practice music legally day one. We're already ahead of the curve. If we work on our craft for 6 years before we make $1, we're still not in debt for the most part, unless you go buck wild in a home studio and rack up a credit card. I know some people that have done that. Not me. Just kidding. But think about it, doctor, lawyer, any profession. I'm sure you have friends and family that went to college that are still paying student loans to make 40 grand a year. They're making mortgage payments on a student loan that is paying them less than you can make in your pajama pants at home. Now, obviously, this video has been primarily high-level mindset stuff to help shift your perspective and give you the upper hand in pursuing a music career. Now, if you want me to do a video that's more tactical, is more practical as far as contacting labels, contacting industry producers and artists and getting to their A&Rs, getting to their management, leave that in the comments below and I will actually make a video like that, because there is a strategy that works way better than most, and I can cover that, but that wasn't this video would have been like an hour long if I did that. So I just needed to shift your perspective a little bit, because a lot of times that's all it takes to really get you in a new trajectory that's going to lead you to success. Even though it sounds cliche, it's going to get you there a whole lot faster, trust me, because the mindset stuff is what holds you back. And that's one more thing I want to talk to you about, and I want you to pay attention to this. You are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. The work that you do is so much better than you give yourself credit for. You know, your family and your friends might tell you that it's great, but you really doubt yourself. I know how that feels. You put in all this work in a creative space like this. You build up this creative space. You take all the money that you make, if you're making any money. You take the money that you're making from your day job. You buy your dream studio. You buy gear to help you get to the next level. You invest in yourself. And so many times it can feel like, what's the point? The money's not coming in. What's the point? These people aren't paying attention. What's the point? The point is you're creating. So many different opportunities in life take so much time to get to, and we're in such a wonderful space when it comes to being able to just pursue it. We don't need anybody's permission. We need very minimal gear. We just need ideas. Us as creators, we take what's up here and we turn it into something that we can share with the world. And I'm not trying to get all hippie like I do in some of my videos, and I apologize for that. But just, if you believe in yourself and you believe that you can build a platform, you can build a brand, you can build success on your own shoulders without anybody's help, in the sense of having to put you on or getting a lucky break. So many people think that success in life is like winning the lottery. It's not. It's 1, 2, 3. It's taking the steps consistently over time. No different than bodybuilding, no different than becoming good at cooking, no different than becoming a mason, anything. It's just time over tension, just like in bodybuilding, the bicep of success. What am I talking about? I'm totally rambling. Now, I know this video is probably a little bit shorter than you're used to. It's probably a little bit different, something that I'm just testing out because I think it can bring value to a lot of you guys. So in the comments below, I'd love to hear what you thought about the video. And if you haven't yet, please smash that thumbs up button if you found any value in this video, which I genuinely hope you have. Now, if you haven't yet, click that little button over there and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to become a BFF, if you want to become part of the channel family here, which I own channelfamily.com, that's how seriously I take it, click that little bell icon to be the first to be notified anytime I upload a video like this. Now, if you want more tips and tricks and tactics and practical stuff, leave that in the comments below. But if any of this mindset stuff, if any of this higher level perspective, sharing with you guys has helped you, I genuinely want to know about it, because like I said, it's a 50-50 thing. Mindset, actual putting in the work. And so many times when we find ourselves in our darkest hour, when we find ourselves wanting to give up, if we haven't flexed our mind muscle, if we haven't prepped ourselves mentally, we're bound to fail. So anyway, guys, I wish you the best in everything you do. I believe in you. I hope you continue to follow me, because I do believe in you, and I want to get you to the next level faster and a whole lot further than you would on your own. That's what I'm here for. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to contact me, all of my contact information is in the description box below, including what I use to shoot these videos, because a lot of you guys have been asking me that. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll put the information one more time up on the screen real quick. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, you can find me at AdamIvy.com.